Hello everybody, welcome to the start of a new vlog. This is actually Jaclyn from the future because I realized I did not pick a Merit Beauty giveaway winner. So I did that now. I picked from a random comment picker and the winner, congratulations to you, is SLS, who says, today I arranged a lunch with 4 former coworkers. We're all looking forward to catching up. And that sounds wonderful. I had such a great time reading through all of your responses. Thank you so much for sharing all those with me. If you guys ever need a pick-me-up, that comment thread is the one to look at. SLS, if you would please get in touch with me at jaclynsalem@gmail.com, then you can give me your address to ship off your goodies to. So thank you everyone so much for entering. We are on night 2 of salad week. What are you making?
I am making a sesame chicken salad.
Sesame chicken salad. All right, so what's on your marinade for your chicken?
We got soy sauce, Chinese cooking wine, a little sriracha, some wildflower honey and sesame oil, some garlic and ginger. So I'm gonna broil the chicken with these green beans and a couple extra vegetables that we had from before. And then that'll get served on top of romaine with some scallions and this dressing. Yum, sounds good. Simple goodness. How long are you gonna cook the chicken for, or are you just gonna watch it? The recipe said about 17 minutes, but I am going to use our trusty handy dandy. Thanks, Mom. Honestly, this meat thermometer has changed the game for us when it comes to cooking meats. Like, it just, you can cook meats perfectly, like absolutely perfectly. Yep. I would not be without one now. Yeah. This smells so good. Oh my God. Good morning, everyone. I am starting my workday right now, but I just got back from my first walk using the weighted vest. So I thought I would tell you how it went. At first I was a little nervous yesterday when I pulled it out of the box. I was like, this is heavy, you know, like this feels heavier, but when it's on, it's not that, it doesn't feel like heavy at all. So I did my walk today and it was great. I felt like my abs were definitely getting more of a workout. When I took it off and got back, I felt like my quads, like my thighs definitely were feeling it more. So that was cool. Yeah, I'm really excited to incorporate this into my walks every morning. So I just thought I would let you know that I was really enjoying it today. Excited to keep going with it. And yeah, I thought it was excellent. I did have to like check myself a few times to make sure that I was like keeping good posture, because if you're, you know, walking, you just want to ensure that you're, you know, walking from your core, like keeping yourself upright and not like leaning forward too much, because that could be bad on your knees and your back. So I was having to like check myself a lot more to make sure that I was keeping like a proper posture with it. But other than that, I'm sure I'll get used to it the more I do it, and I'll get stronger the more I use it. But yeah, it was definitely, yeah, a great addition to the morning walk. So I thought I would let you know. Anyway, like I said, I'm starting my work day today. Have some YouTube on in the background, and yeah, it's gonna be a good day. Salad night! Salad week, day 4. Andrew's making a fajita salad. Tony Braxton noises.
And Tony Braxton noises. What's in your fajita salad? What?
I don't know. I was trying to think of a joke. I couldn't come up with it.
Too far. Treat, treat. Treat, treat. Treat, treat. Treat, treat. one is so delicious. It's going into the cookbook immediately. What are you making us?
Espresso martini.
Yay! Okay, so it's Friday. We're drinking some espresso martini in an attempt to keep ourselves more awake for tonight, which is the show that we tried to go to. This time we'll be successful.
We hope.
Yes. I'm gonna look up a restaurant for us to go to in Bushwick ahead of the show. So we're gonna go eat out somewhere and then go to the show afterwards. I'm wearing my étoile dress, by the way. It's been a while since I've worn this one. It's really short. It's like too short, honestly, but now it's perfect because I can wear it with leggings.
This season.
Mm-hmm. This is Jaclyn from the future. I'm editing my vlog right now and I realized I didn't talk about Nura, which is the restaurant we were just at, which is such a shame because Andrew and I think it is probably our most favorite restaurant discovery since Mission Ceviche. And if you know us, you know we go to Mission Ceviche a lot. Nura is amazing. Mediterranean food. So if you live in New York City or you're visiting, add Nura to your list. It was so, so good. Okay, back to the video. What are you doing?
I'm gonna smoke some clove and anise.
Oh my gosh, that's such a good, I didn't know that's what you were doing. He's smoking clove and anise for cocktails. I am making Korean japchae again because Andrew loved it. It was delicious.
It was.
So we're gonna make it again tonight. Okay, do I want to make this a bodysuit? That is the question. Or do I want to just make it a top? Good morning, everyone. All right, last night, I cut out this top. Technically it's a bodysuit. It's Vogue 1923. It's a bodysuit pattern. It comes with two views, a short sleeve that's like here-ish and then a long sleeve. And it's super cute. I really want to make it and I'm trying to distract myself because I really need to make pants and I want to make pants, but both of the patterns that I want to make right now have not been released yet. So I'm distracting myself with this Vogue top pattern. Hopefully it will be an easy sew, but then I was looking at the directions and it's got a lot of techniques that I've not done before, so it might be more of an intensive project than I was thinking, which often happens whenever I try to do stuff like this. So we'll see how it goes, but yes, we're gonna start this today. I cut it out last night. I'm using, here's a little scrap, this jersey knit fabric. It's got directional stretch in both ways, which was what you need for the pattern. It's got more stretch on the cross grain than it does on the main grain line, but I think it'll be okay. I had some kerfuffle. I wasn't sure about what size to do because Vogue is not really so oversized. Like the size they suggest based on your measurements is not really that off the mark compared to how McCall's usually is. So with Vogue patterns, I do tend to try to cut the size that they recommend. But because this is like a bodysuit and it's made with knits fabrics, I want it to have some negative ease, not a lot, but some. So I was a little on the fence about what size to pick. Hopefully this goes well. Yeah, I don't remember what size did I cut. I ended up cutting the 14, and yeah, we'll see how that goes. I'm ready to take this to the sewing room. Got my coffee. Well, I might need some more. Got my coffee, my pattern pieces. Let's go. I'm in the kitchen right now making my lunch. I'm making a lemon and dill chicken salad, and to like amp it up, I mean, I love a lemon and dill chicken salad. It's my favorite, but homemade mayonnaise takes everything to the next level, and it's so delicious and so easy. So let me show you how to make it. So in my food processor, I have cracked 1 egg, preferably at room temperature, but it doesn't have to be, half a teaspoon of salt, and then I have measured out 1 cup of olive oil. Don't pour it in there yet. You need a food processor that has the drizzle top in it. So I'm going to hold this down the entire time. You do not want to stop holding down the mixing function. So I'm going to hold this down with one hand, and then with the other hand, I'm going to drizzle in the olive oil through the drizzle top. When it's about a little over halfway finished with it, it will start to be solidifying in the container. But you definitely don't want to stop holding it down. Like, that's the key, is to keep pureeing it the entire time. And it, like I said, once you're about halfway through it, that's when it will start solidifying into more of a mayo-like texture. I'll show you what to do when I finished with those steps. Finished. Now, if you have mustard powder, add half a teaspoon of mustard powder. If you do not, you can use mustard that you have. I'm just going to put a little tiny spoonful of Dijon in there. I think this is for taste. I'm actually not sure about like the science behind the mustard powder, but yeah, I think it's for taste. So half a teaspoon of mustard powder, and then, or just a little bit of mustard if you don't have mustard powder. And then my favorite part, adding spices. So I love an herbed mayo myself. I like to put sage in there. I love coriander, that's cardamom. Where's my coriander? Right there. Coriander. Yeah, just whatever spices that you think you would like in an herbed mayo. Sage and coriander are my top 2. I didn't measure anything, I just put a little bit in there. Garlic powder actually would also be good in that. Let's put a little garlic powder in there. We have the huge one of the garlic powder because we go through a lot of it. All right, my herbs are blended in. Last step is to take a lemon. You just need half a lemon, squeeze that into this, mix it up, and then the lemon will help preserve it for up to 2 weeks in the fridge. And that's it. That's how to make homemade mayo. It is as simple as that, and it is so delicious. Once you start making it, you'll never go back. All right, and here we have it, the finished chicken salad. It has the shredded up chicken, dill, 2 lemons, and then a few dollops of the homemade mayo. To be honest, I think it could use 1 more lemon. Like I said, I used 2 in it, and I want more of a lemon flavor, but this one is one that gets stronger over time, and this is a meal prep for a week, so the longer this sits, the more strong the flavor, the stronger the flavors will be. So I'm gonna hold off for now. I'm gonna spoon off some for myself for today's lunch, and then put the rest in the fridge. Hello. Several hours later, finished with work for the day. Oh, there's my DIY wedding dress. I promise a video is coming. I've been waiting for, okay. Two things, because I get asked this a lot. Yes, I'm going to make a video all about my DIY wedding dress. I want to make like a dedicated video that's just all about the dress. And then secondly, yes, there's going to be a vlog about the wedding. I've just been waiting for my photographer to send me the full pictures. She had like 6 to 8 weeks to finish up all of the pictures because I want to integrate some of those into the video, and she literally just sent it to me yesterday. So a video is coming for the wedding, like a vlog of the wedding. I know you guys are dying to see that, and I really want to make it just to like have it, you know, for myself for the future. So yes, those 2 videos are coming at some point. But I pulled the dress out so I can film this video. So at some point, I need to wait until like a weekend though, because that's when I have daylight to film anything. So I can't film during the week because it's like so dark outside right now and you won't be able to see any of the details and the lighting will be terrible. So I'm waiting until the weekend to film that. So hopefully this weekend. But I'm in the sewing room right now. I am working on Vogue 1923 that I'm chopping into a top from a bodysuit. That's mostly because I just didn't have enough fabric to make it a bodysuit, and I love bodysuits, so that's kind of a shame, but I really wanted to use this gorgeous cranberry red fabric. So I got to a really good place with it yesterday. Let me show you. So here is the top so far. I'm sorry the lighting is so terrible in here right now, but here's like the shell of the top. And then I have started making, hello, hi, are you helping us? Are you helping? You're always so helpful. And then I've started making like the ruching band that kind of wraps around and crisscrosses. Let me see if I can show you on here. Yeah, see, like it kind of, you attach it in stages and wrap it around. So I've finished making this for the most part, and now I'm starting the stage of attaching this to the main part of the top. It still looks really thick. I'm hoping that when it's on the top, it will look nice. Excuse me. Inspecting the pattern, I see. Probably for the best. Anyway, I cut out a size 14, which according to the pattern is like, it's what the pattern suggests. So unlike McCall's, which usually bakes in too much positive ease into their patterns based on like how the fit looks on the model, Vogue is usually like pretty good for me, so I can like go by the size that they tell me. But yesterday, as I was sewing it, the sleeve had like 2 inches of positive ease in it, and according to the photo, the fit of it is supposed to be like 0 ease essentially, if not negative ease. So I cut the size that the pattern recommends for my measurements, the 14, but I'm thinking I should have sized down at least 1 size. I don't know. But anyway, I took it in at the underarm at the sleeve. I've also already taken it in on the sides so that the sleeve would set into the armhole better. But I'm hoping the top won't end up being too big overall in the end, but we shall see. Got the YouTubes up. Let's sew. Ye of little faith. Well, not ye, me of little faith. Because I thought that top was not going well, but I just had the first try on and it looks so good. I don't know how it happened, but it's magic. Anyway, taking a break because right now it's time for dinner. It's late actually, it's 8 o'clock. We're probably not gonna eat until 9 at this point. Oh, it's so late to be eating, but we're returning to one of our favorite cookbooks. If you've been here for a while, you know, Oaxaca. We honestly need to branch out from the recipes that we make on here because we just tend to make the same ones over and over because they're so good. We haven't really made a whole lot from it, but the ones that we have made are like 10 out of 10. We're making the pollo enchipolado. It's like, oh my gosh, it's so delicious. I have to find it. Good morning, everybody. I'm back from my walk. Thought I would show you my top in daylight. Ignore the deodorant stains from when I was trying it on yesterday. This top really does not look like anything when it's off the body. Like the way it's constructed, I just don't love it. But somehow it manages. Good morning. Hi. Somehow it manages
to come together, and then when it's on, it looks so good. I really regret not switching out my serger for black thread. In all honesty, I didn't even think I was gonna be using my serger much for this project, even though it is a knits fabric. It just seemed like too much detail sewing for the serger. So I thought I was gonna be using the regular machine. But really it just turned out that when my Bernina needs to be repaired, I'm gonna call the repair person today to see if he can put me on the list, which sucks because they're usually, all of the places that I know that work on Berninas in the city, here, let me turn you around. All the places that I know that work on Berninas in the city have a person that comes once a month. So, you know, if I miss it, it's like a month until somebody will come and fix it. And that's if like they don't have a ton of machines in the queue. So like if it's once a month, that person's gonna fix them, you know, like that one time, and then the next time they come in. So yeah, you can imagine it can take a long time to get it back. So I've been hesitant to send it in. It's honestly been having trouble with knits fabrics for a while now. So I've just used my other machine or my serger and it's been fine. So I've been needing to take it in for a while, but I've just been umming and ahhing hemming and hawing because I don't want to lose my machine for so long. Anyway, all right, I'm gonna try this on. I'm gonna show you what it looks like on because it looks amazing. But yeah, like I said, I really regret using that white serger thread and wish I did the black. Here's the top. At one point I had to cut it out of my serger yesterday. It was giving me a lot of trouble. It's a lot of gathering. And then this is like a tube, essentially. It's not a tube, but it is folded on itself and gathered. And you can see how thickly gathered that is. So the machine's gonna have some trouble with it. And even my serger was, but it's finished. And I have no clue, I need to like faff with it a lot to get it to look the way I want to look. So it doesn't just like sit, it stays up. It's very comfortable, but you have to like faff with it a bit to get it to look the way you want it to look. And then once you have that finished, it's set. But so it doesn't move around, but like see this right here, I need to like fix this so it's like rolling in the right direction, and it'll be fine once I fix it, it won't move. But yeah, and I can totally raise my arms in it. It comes up on my shoulders obviously, but it's an off the shoulder top, so any top would do that. But yeah, it stays up perfectly. I would recommend if you make this to size down. Normally with Vogue patterns, I don't size down, but this one I definitely would. I feel like this needs 0 ease or negative ease. And when I was sewing the size that the pattern suggested for my measurements, it was too big on the arm by like 1.5 inches to 2 inches-ish. And so that was like a sign right then and there that the whole top was gonna be too big. And if it doesn't have the 0 ease or negative ease, I don't know how it would stay up. It would probably like fall down on you. So it's a crucial thing. So if you make it, I would size down 1 size from what the pattern tells you. But yeah, I think it's a really pretty and flattering top. It's not like regular bra friendly. You also have to wear a strapless bra. So this shirt is a commitment in many ways, but I love it. And I have, you know, an inspo photo exactly like this, and I'm in love with the color as well. I think this cranberry is just gorgeous. Now that I finished this, it's time to get started on another project. I'm going to cut McCall's 8117 View C. And I have this amazing black and white stripe fabric that I want to use for it. So yeah, I'm just feeling the crisscross life right now. Let's get started on a new project. Oh, she didn't say, but she just told me that she did a couple days ago. Sucks. Having a little Middle Eastern inspired night. What did you make for our feast?
This is baba ganoush question mark.
We tried to make it, well, he tried to make it. He like broiled some eggplant, cooked it, blended it up with the rest of the ingredients. I made this tomato cucumber salad that has olives, feta,
some red wine vinegar, salt. You made some kofta, you made some naan.
This meal was inspired by a place we went to in Williamsburg.
What was it called again?
I don't remember. It was incredible.
It was so good. Can't wait to go back.
But it was like vaguely Middle Eastern fusion. So this is a chorizo kofta, and this is like a garlic naan. And they served the kofta on like, I don't know if it was hummus or eggplant with this like mint oil. And I tried to make the mint oil, but it didn't work, so.
We'll see. It looks good, but I like the mems. Good morning from behind this huge stack of pita bread. It is Thanksgiving. Andrew's over there. We are in Thanksgiving prep mode, but not the big Thanksgiving prep mode because we don't host it. I'm making pita chips and hummus for a Friendsgiving for tomorrow and for Andrew's family today. And Andrew is making pear tart. Where did you find that recipe? I know you've changed it a lot since you've started probably, but where was the original one?
I don't know. Mine is like nothing like the original that I...
Yeah, but just like what you started with.
Yeah, I don't even know where it was, but
So many pita chips. Good morning, everybody. I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. Andrew and I went over to his family over in New Jersey and had a lovely, delicious dinner, chill afternoon playing board games, and then came back home yesterday evening. So it was perfect. Today I'm in the sewing room working on my top. I got quite far in it, but I decided, I can't remember if I was talking to you guys about this or not, or maybe I was just talking about this on Instagram. I don't know. Sometimes I share projects in depth on Instagram as well. But the crisscross on it is like too high where it starts. I have a lot of my height in my, like I've mentioned, in my shoulders and in my torso in general. I don't think my legs are necessarily particularly long. I'm like 5'7" or 5'8"-ish, but my torso is quite tall. So whenever I make bodices, I have to like lengthen here but shorten in the waist. It's a long story. Anyway, I decided that when I tried it on, that the crisscross was like crossing too high, where the angle was like, instead of flowing into a nice point on the side seam, it was like curving upwards, like into my armpit. It didn't look right. I don't know. So I'm undoing it. I'm picking the side seam and I'm going to rebaste the crisscross slightly lower so that it has like a nice line. And it will also make the top longer because it is quite cropped. Like I knew it was going to be a crop top. That's fine. I knew that going into it, but I was kind of expecting just like a little triangle of skin right here above the pants, like at the waistline, not like so much. And so I'd rather just make it like a little bit longer if I can. So I think that if I reduce, or excuse me, like repin the cross lower, that it will make the top a little bit longer as well, which will be an added bonus. So just unpicking this now to fix it, and we'll see how we get on. In other exciting news, today is the Friendsgiving or Plaidsgiving, excuse me, that Emily is hosting today with her roommates. I'm so excited to go to that. So I can use that holiday makeup that I trialed. I have my holiday outfit set, although I just finished this amazing top. Have I shown it to you guys yet? I swear, I feel like I've not been so on the ball with my vlog this week, so I apologize if any of this is coming off a little bit choppy, but I finished the most like adorable, beautiful red top, and it's this cranberry red, almost the same exact color as my dress. So I feel like I could wear that top too that I just finished with like a skirt or something, or even pants. I don't know. I'm like, I'll have to try it on and show you, but I'm obsessed. I also made a reel on Instagram that I legit spent like an hour editing this reel, but I am so proud of it, and I really love how it turned out. So if you haven't seen it, go look at it over on Instagram, because I think it's really creative and fun. And so now I'm kind of like have my wheels turning about how I can make other creative, fun videos like that. Sometimes I love video content. You guys know that because I've literally been making videos for ages. I've been making vlog compilations ever since the Brooklyn Knit Folk days, where I was taking little snippets around New York City. So you guys know I love video. But the problem that I have with reels on Instagram is that it takes away all of the learnings. Like, it takes away all of the struggle, all of the process aspect of making something. And that is the thing that I am most interested in. I'm not interested really in like seeing a bunch of finished projects. Like, that's just not me at all. Like, the kinds of content creators that I like to follow are people who talk very in depth about their process, who have no problems, you know, taking things apart to like get a perfect fit, or, you know, just like, I'm more interested in the process. And the thing that I don't like about reels and video content on TikTok is that people tend to like smush all of this, you know, content into like a single little 15-second video, and it makes it look like it was the easiest thing in the world to make a garment, when in reality it takes like hours and hours and hours of thinking and dreaming about the materials and thinking about how you're going to pair your fabric and your pattern. And if it doesn't fit perfectly out of the packet, which, let's be honest, that's so rare that happens, it requires fitting. And what buttons are you going to use? What color zip? Do I want the zip to be exposed, or do I want it to be an invisible zipper? You know, like all these little micro decisions. A reel just isn't going to cut it for that sort of thing. And it just gives the impression that it's so easy to do these things, when that's not the case at all. So I really like have kind of shied away from doing reels and video content on Instagram for that reason. But as you all know, like, Instagram is prioritizing video content in our feeds. So I feel like if I don't make video content, any picture that I post is not gonna be shown to people who follow me, which is also like frustrating, because I love interacting with you guys and hearing about what you're making and your thoughts on my projects and stuff like that. So I love hearing from you guys. Like, reading your comments on my YouTube videos is one of the highlights, like, of the day, especially the day after I post it, because that's when most people tend to watch it, is like immediately or the day after. I love reading all of your comments and insightful thoughts about things that I share with you. So anyway, so I made this reel. Anytime I post a reel, they tend to be seen by a lot of people, which is exciting. But yeah, those are my thoughts. That was a very convoluted and long story. Anyway, I was really proud of this reel, and I thought it was funny, and I liked it. And I love the finished project that I made. I don't think I have the pattern out anymore, but it was, yeah, I'll show it to you later, because I probably will wear it tonight because I'm so excited about it. All right, well, I'm gonna keep working on this top. I'll check in with you guys when there's more to show you. Andrew and I are getting ready to leave for the Friendsgiving. Ignore those boxes. Those are something for one of Andrew's work projects right now. And I just did my makeup with the Merit look that I showed you guys in my last vlog, or a couple vlogs ago. I'm not sure how many will be between now and then. And then I really wanted to wear my new top. I think it's perfect. Yeah, normally I wear that dress for these kinds of things, but I feel like this also fits the bill, and I made it, and it's cute. So yeah, I'm wearing that with my Persephone pants in black twill. I'm not sure what shoes I'm gonna wear. Maybe I'll wear those heels right there, but that might be too much because I know it's a shoes off kind of house. So maybe something with socks, honestly, so I don't have to walk around with my bare feet in other people's houses. Does anybody else think about that sort of stuff? I definitely do. I always have a pair of socks in my purse in case I like go to somebody's house and it's a shoes off house. I just don't like walking around barefoot in people's houses. I feel awkward unless my toenails are like recently pedicured, which they are not. So, all right, I'm gonna grab a pair of socks, probably a pair of like black belly flats, and I think the look will be complete.
Everybody got the plaid memo, yeah! Say that now. Good morning, everyone. It is a new day. I'm back from my walk and I'm working on my top again. So I don't think I showed you yesterday, but I reattached the crisscross and now the angle is correct, but there's gaping up here, presumably because it's not like curving around my bust in the same at the same level it was. So now that the angle is right, I was a little stumped on it yesterday about what to do. I had the thought that maybe I should like take a wedge out of this, like cut on an angle from here down to here and then rebaste and insert it, and then it will be straight and the angle will be correct, because before this was like up in here. So it was like doing a meh, and it was also making it really short. So now I've got a length that I like this is a comfortable amount of skin that I'm all right having on show, but before it was like up here, and that's a little too much for me. I'd rather it just be like a little bit less, I guess. That's what I'm comfortable with. So now it's longer, which I like, but again, it's like pooling in here, so I need to take a wedge out. But yeah, so I couldn't figure out if that's what I should do. I was just kind of waffling on it, talking about it on my Instagram stories, and my friend Grace, Weezer Dreams, said that this is what she would do. She would take a wedge out of the front panels on both sides, because this one's happening too. It's just that it's like underneath, but it's all like bunched up under here. So I was glad to have her feedback for that, to hear that that's what she would do. So that is definitely what my next steps are going to be. So my next steps are going to be to measure how much of a wedge I want to take out of this, and I'm going to just taper that from the top all the way to the bottom of the panel. So I'll measure how much I need to take out here, and I'll do that on both sides, and then I will unpick the side seam, unpick the basting, rebaste it, and then redo the side seam again. This process took me about an hour the last time I did it. I think it's worth it. These alterations, like to make clothes perfect in the end, are why we do it. There's no need for me to rush to a second project until this one is right. I'm very monogamous when it comes to sewing, really with crafting in general now. I'm very monogamous with my making now, but especially with sewing, I've always been that way. So yep, and then after I finish with all of the faffing of the bodice, then I can attach the sleeves. It's a long sleeve top, and so yeah, I'm really excited about this. I think this will be such a great, just yeah, a good top to have. I have talked a lot with people in my DMs about people saying like, oh, they love making stuff like this, but it's not work appropriate. And I'm the same way, where I would only make stuff that was also work appropriate, because obviously this is not appropriate to wear to work. And I have to stop doing that to myself, because then I never get to make anything, quote, fun. I really feel like things that I would really like to wear and love to make, and then I shoot myself in the foot. Like, I don't ever make that stuff because it's not work appropriate. And you know, sometimes it's okay to just make stuff for fun, because that's what I want to make. And I would wear something like this outside of the office. I work from home now. Like, I'm only on Zoom calls from here up, so like no one's seeing, you know, that I'm wearing something that's showing my midriff. So that's kind of like me having conversations with myself, and if that helps you too, then great. Also, I got a few questions when I posted about these on Instagram. These are my Goldie denim jeans, or blankets. We're all cozy down there. I love a Goldie denim jeans. They are pricey, but they're the only pants that I found that like really fit my body proportions really well. And you know how it is shopping for jeans. When you find the pair that you love and you work, you latch onto it and you never let go. So yeah, I have 2 pairs in my wardrobe right now And that's really all I feel like I need because I make a lot of jeans also, but I don't mind buying things from time to time. So I'll leave these linked in the description box if you're interested. They come in lots of washes. They're like a boot cut, I guess I would say. I don't know what you would call that. They're not skinny jeans, but yeah, I really like them and they're very comfortable. Hello, it's several hours later. I'm sorry I'm talking to you guys in literally the same spot for this entire vlog. I hope that you're not bored to death by looking at the same thing. But today is the day that Andrew and I start planning our Vietnam honeymoon trip because we're gonna go in February and we need to plan and book it. So we did a lot of planning today. I also booked another trip with my friends in April, my two girlfriends, Kelly and Brittany. I'm so excited about that. And yeah, it's been a good day. So now I'm back in the sewing room, working on the top again, finally unpicking the side seams so that I can start again to fix, hopefully what will be 3rd times the charm on this. But we'll see how it goes. I'll check in with you in a bit. I repinned, rebasted. Oh, I guess, well, forgot to tell you, I did first cut the wedge out of the crisscross on the side, and now it's in the perfect position. It's not like curving up into my armpit so much. There's a little bit of like pulling happening right here, but I think when I have sleeves on to like anchor it to my arms, it will be better. And the top is also plenty long. Again, I knew this was gonna be a crop top, so that's fine, but I didn't want it to be like up here essentially like it was before, so I'm much more comfortable with showing just like, you know, little sliver. And so yeah, I think this is going to be a really cute top once I can get the sleeves in. They'll be long sleeves. It'll be perfect. So all those alterations were worth it in the end. It's looking good. I'm excited to attach the sleeves, see what the final top looks like.